Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make Ghanaian or Nigerian masa. So what is masa? Masa is a delicious rice cake or rice donut, however you call it, but it is very popular in Africa and especially in East Africa like Tanzania. There they call it vitumbua, and they have a different way of preparing this wonderful rice cake. So I have found the perfect recipe for you to follow, and also you need to buy a masa pan, and I bought mine from Amazon, and I'll leave the link below for you to check it out. You need a bit of time to prepare this, but the result is worth it. So if you are interested in knowing how to make Ghana Hausa masa, please stay tuned and let's get started. For this recipe, depending on how many masa you want to do, I use 2 cups of rice, and I'm using basmati rice, but I guess you can use jasmine rice. And I'm going to soak it overnight, so I'm going to add water to it. So make sure the rice is completely covered with water. Okay, so just as you see there, so about 3 cups of water should be fine. And you also need some cooked rice, and I have here 3 tablespoons. I have here about 4.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. I have here dried yeast, and you need 1 packet or 2 tablespoons. I have here half a teaspoon of salt just to taste, and I have here 1 glass of lukewarm water. And of course, you need some fresh oil to fry, and you need some icing sugar or castor or granulated sugar. So this is my rice. I soaked it overnight and I drained the water. I'm gonna blend it in my blender, so I'm using a very powerful blender. So you might have to do it in batches because you have to blend the rice grains very well. And then I'm gonna add my 3 tablespoons of cooked rice. And then I'm going to add half of my water, so half of the glass to it, and then later on I'll add the other half, and then I will blend it. So if you have a Ninja, choose food puree or high blending, and then I'm going to stop it and add the other half of my water. So this is it, guys. My rice is completely blended, and this is what you should achieve: a nice white butter. Okay, so now let's move on to the yeast. If you want to know if the yeast is still alive, you can prove it with a bit of water and a teaspoon of sugar and mix it together and leave it aside for about 15 minutes. And if it starts to bubble and become frosty, it means it's alive. So I bought mine yesterday, so I know it's good. Next, pour the rice batter in a container. So this is how thick it should be, not too thick, not too runny, but I know it can be a bit challenging sometimes, especially if it's the first time you are making masa. So don't be too disappointed. So this is the yeast here. So you see it's alive, it's bubbled up, and I'm just going to give it a little stir. Now add it to the rice batter. Okay, add the sugar and the salt. If you want it very sweet, you can add a bit more sugar to it. Okay, mix it, and this is how it should look, you know, like a pancake batter. Next, you need to cover it because we want it to double up in size. We want the yeast to activate, and so we are going to leave it in a warm place for about 2 to 3 hours. So just when you see that it has doubled up in size, it's good. Don't let it ferment too much. Okay, so this is it now, so you can see the difference. My butter is ready. So the next step is very easy. I'm just going to give it a little stir just to remove the gas from it. And in the meantime, put your masa pan on the stove and add some oil. The thing here is you don't have to add too much oil, but you need to add enough oil, okay, because it has to fry. And make sure the pan is very hot. Okay, I bought my masa pan from Amazon, but that's not exactly the one I wanted. I wanted the one with less holes and bigger holes, the one with 7 holes, but this is the one I could get. And of course, I I told them I wasn't happy, and they refunded me half of the money, so at least I got something. So this is mini masa, and it is as good as the big ones. Okay, so let's let the oil heat up. Next, add some masa butter in the holes. Try to be quick, okay, and then let it fry on one side for about 2 minutes until you see that it's getting brown, a light brown color. And to turn it over, please use a skewer. It will be much easier for you. So these are my masa, and they are almost getting ready. And can you see this color? It's just wonderful. This is it now. It's ready, and I'm going to take it out of the masa pan and carry on with my second batch of masa. So this is it, friends. Our Ghanaian Hausa masa, Nigerian masa, vitumbua in Tanzania is ready, and as usual, I'm going to show you a close-up of it. I'm going to open it in two for you to see how wonderful the middle looks like. Masa is eaten with sugar, honey, stew, soup. It really depends on where you live. You can also add coconuts. This is the Tanzanian version, which I'm yet to try. So if you've ever tasted masa, tell me where you tasted it. Is it a childhood memories? How sweet was it? What did you eat it with? Please leave all this in the comment section below. If you have another recipe, also leave it below. But this was my masa recipe, and it is very easy to follow. So if you have any question, please don't forget to leave me a comment, to like my videos, and to share it. Once again, thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing. I really appreciate that. So keep on supporting your girl, and I'll make more videos for you. So thank you very much, and God bless you.